Here's some proof that the simulation is breaking. 3 months ago, I dropped a cup, and a big triangular piece broke off. That was all I found. The rest of the cup just disappeared. There's nowhere it could have gone. No gaps, no hidden spaces, and it didn't shatter into a bunch of pieces. I have no idea where it went. I was playing catch with the Jacks ball with my dog in an empty room. I threw it, it bounced up, but it never came back down. I told my friend about it, and she mentioned that a ball randomly bounced into her room from out of nowhere. We don't even live in the same house. When I was about 6, I stayed home with my mom while my dad and siblings went to Walmart. I remember sitting on the couch, pouting a little because I had changed my mind after they left and wished I had gone with them. But I didn't say anything to my mom. I just sat there. Then I closed my eyes, and when I opened them, I was in the car on the way to the store. The other day, I took off a pair of pants to put on another pair. When I decided I didn't want to wear those, I went to put the original ones back on. But my belt was on my bed, and my pants were just gone. In their place was a completely different pair I've never seen or worn before. I haven't seen the old pair since, and I have no idea where they went. Last week, I was putting on my jewelry. When I got to my second set of earrings, I put in both, and then I reached for the next pair. But when I looked at my table, there was an extra earring. A third, identical to the pair I had just put in. I've never owned 2 sets of those earrings, and I have no idea where it came from. I still had both in my ears, but now there was a third one sitting in front of me. When I was in college, I interned at a state mental hospital. One day, a patient walked up to me, touched my stomach, and said, "It's going to be a girl." I laughed and said, "Oh, I'm not pregnant." 2 weeks later, I found out I was, and I now have a beautiful daughter. At the time of the internship, I was maybe 3 weeks along. I had the mumps as a kid in the 90s and spent over a week in the children's hospital. Every time my sister visited, we'd play Guess Who. It was our little routine. But when I brought it up years later, my family didn't remember it at all. One time, I was traveling to my grandparents' house, 600 miles away. Before we left, I had this random thought that the exit would be closed for some reason. When we got to that part of the interstate, believe it or not, the next 4 exits were actually closed. I went to buy shampoo and conditioner and double-checked multiple times because ADHD to make sure I had one of each. I even read the conditioner bottle while waiting in line. But when I got home, I somehow had 2 shampoos. And at number 10. I just experienced another glitch in the Matrix. On my way to an interview, I stopped at a stop sign and saw a minivan approaching from the opposite direction. It stopped before the sign and pulled to the side of the road, but no one got out, and it didn't seem to be in park. A few seconds later, I drove past it, and there wasn't a single person inside. How do you explain any of these? Our simulation is glitching like crazy. What do you think?